So hi. Yeah, hi. On my side, that's the second Christmas day, and I thought by myself, yeah, I could create a new video, a new stream related to Red Hat, and yeah, what are the topics for today for that live stream? It's a little bit longer because I will really create everything live, so sometimes it really could take time here for the instantiation, and it is about creating Node-RED instance here, once again about Node-RED here on IBM Cloud in a free Kubernetes cluster, and that is what I want to show you. And now I'm going to use these funny UBS stuff. That means here with UBS I can, yeah, I'm now a little bit big. On the screen you can see what I have behind on the screen here. So I now reduce my size, and once again, yeah, I'm here again. A little bit smaller. So I tried also that I will not use the full screen at the moment, so that you can see here. So I will not hide anything what I write. So hopefully, and you can see it. And I will enlarge the different page sizes or text, so that you really can read it. So, yeah, what we'll cover today on that second Christmas day on my side. And yeah, that's the Node-RED instance. That's the main objective. We want to run a Node-RED instance on a free Kubernetes cluster on IBM Cloud. So therefore we will use some code which is given on GitHub, also provided by IBM. We will use a GitLab, which is inside IBM. We will use the IBM Cloud. Yeah, so I'm familiar with the IBM Cloud. Yeah, you know that. And we use the IBM Cloud, container registry. Oh, that's doubled. So I do not need to do that. It's a and and the IBM Cloud Toolchain and the IBM Cloud continuous delivery. What all that means, yeah, so will we see later. And at all, you can be a beginner here in that live stream, and you do not really care about all that stuff because everything is at least created automatically for you, but it's cool to know a little bit more about that background, yeah, so that you know what you are running, and that's also a good starting point for beginners, I would say, to get all in that stuff. If you are with Node-RED, and even if you do not take care about all this containerization and Kubernetes stuff, and so you heard, oh yeah, that's so complex, yeah. At that moment, it's not so complex for the setup, but in understanding, yeah, okay, it's a little bit complex. And also with the software development process we will cover here. So yeah, so that's the starting point. And usually what I do when I do that live streams here, I use my own cluster, yeah, own cluster, I mean my private IBM Cloud account. So that's the reason. So what I want to ensure that I don't pay, yeah, and I will provide you the information, so that you can use IBM Cloud for education, for uses, for trying out, yeah, and that keep in mind that is really not for productive, yeah. What we are going to do now, it's not for productive usage. If you're trying to learn something, educate yourself, and so on, that is the stream what is about. And also my videos all about, it's about understanding, yeah, learning. I want to share what I've learned, yeah, so I like to share what I have learned. And yeah, and I got the question, yeah, and that is always, yeah, what motivates me, yeah, to do that videos is if you provide me some feedback. And yeah, I remember it's tried a time ago, yeah, but I like that that feedback. I got more videos and updates related to Node-RED, and that is what I thought. Yeah, I did some code engine stuff in a yeah. The last 2 streams were about code engine, and I thought, yeah, okay, I do one more which is related to yeah Node-RED, and that's what is today about. So yeah. I guess Node-RED. I don't want to spend time on that. So now we here on my IBM Cloud account. Yeah, so I will enlarge so that you can see. Oh, oh, that was the opposite direction. Yeah, so we're now here. And what I also want to do, yeah, if you have these, I would say, free time, when we are going to create some instances, and it takes time, so I will draw some diagrams. I like to drawing diagrams. It helps to understand the dependencies, and that is what we are going to do. So let's see how long it will take. So I start with an app. Maybe when you have seen other videos, it's always the same, and that's the cool thing. Yeah, for a starting point, yeah, with an app binds everything which is needed to run app. And for those who know it, yeah, they can wait, or maybe watch the replay later on. So now I go to that process. So we will create here the dashboard on IBM Cloud. You need to create a pay-as-you-go account. Yeah. So and that is maybe I want to highlight that you really can take advantage of that. Inside IBM Cloud, yeah, you can search for light, yeah, and when you see where's the satellite, and when you see such things like that, light, yeah, and here light, that means that this instance will create no costs for you, yeah. So that's a light plan, yeah. As you can see here, the plan is a type light, and the pricing is for free. So, and there is also, that's just in the beginning, yeah. And there is also, you can search for free, yeah. And what you see here, that is for free. That means, yeah, for free also in the light plan. But there is also what we will see later on with the Kubernetes cluster. So what we will create in a few moments, not the compute in that case. So let me see here, containers, Kubernetes service. You can see also there's also here, that is what we will do here. There's a free one, yeah, which runs 30 days, yeah, and you can use it, yeah, for non-productive usage, and yeah, to understand a bit about the yeah. Excuse me. Oh, whoa. And there was the word. Oh, yeah, that's my blog post. I use WordPress here. I created some times ago a WordPress a blog post about running free non-productive usage. Free where is it? Maybe a bit smaller. What I want to show you, it is about the OpenShift cluster comparison. So they did it here. What is here standard? You copy a free cluster. Free cluster. Here's about the free cluster, and you can see here there are some informations about the comparison. So you need to do, here is the link to the documentation on IBM Cloud, and you can search for what is inside the free cluster, what you can use, yeah, and what is inside a standard cluster. So you can see for sure there is a reduced amount of ability and functionality. Yeah, it's for free, so we cannot expect that everything is there, yeah, and yeah, that's okay. that is what, but that's enough for us in running that instance. That's cool. Yeah. So let us go more forward. Yeah, what I said. Now back. We're starting with the app. Okay. Yeah. So we starting with app. We see the Node-RED app. Yeah, we're going here to create a Node-RED app. And also I created different videos, and some of them were outdated. That means in the past IBM had an Lite account, yeah, so where you only needed to insert an email address. That's no longer there. There was different changes, and that's the current state we have now. Still, yeah, not so far 2022, but today is second day of Christmas, yeah. We still have 21, and that's what is today. So we will going to start now to create a Node-RED instance, and now we're going to have an app. An app, yeah, is the single point of entry later when we run our Node-RED instance. So when we go to the app, we can see what is all related here to run that instance. So, and what the cool thing is here, what I really like, though, what IBM provides us here is a GitHub project. That is what I wrote here. There's a GitHub project. And in that GitHub project, they already did all that task which are needed really to run on different runtimes. Yeah, and we will today use it on the Kubernetes runtime on the Kubernetes cluster. Yeah, and that is what they are doing provide here for us, and that will be copied inside IBM Cloud. Yeah, on a GitLab instance in the IBM Cloud. So let us start. So I will start with that. Yeah, it's live here. So yeah, so here going to the Node-RED instance, the app, create the app. So I give the name, the app. So I now, when I go through that, Node-RED will save its configurations and the flows on Cloudant database. So, and I will, you can see here is the light plan. Yeah, I hopefully you can see it here. So I enlarge it a bit so that you really can see it here. Yeah, that's a light plan. Yeah. Okay, what I said, for free, and I will choose the region Dallas for that Cloudant instance. Cloudant is a non-SQL database, yeah, but we take a look later on into that. So, and we're going to create that app. Yeah, so that's all. That's the name. So we created app. So let us go fast now here. That was the text overview. Overview text. So, and now we starting with that what we have. So a search for GitHub. Git. So yeah, there is a GitHub project. Yeah, so we have a GitHub project here. That is our Node-RED red project. So that's a little bit big here. So here make it a little smaller. Yeah, okay. Can you still see it? I need to enlarge it here. Yeah, there will be a lot of information later. So that's our GitHub project. Yeah, GitHub project. Yeah, on GitHub, which provided by IBM. So we started to create it here on IBM Cloud. So we are inside IBM Cloud. So IBM Cloud. So we are on IBM Cloud. That's here. let us choose a different style. That's IBM. No, we are going to here. That's Node-RED. So yeah, so something we will create. And what we did here, we created an app. Yeah, so that's the app. That's the app. Yeah, the Node-RED app. Okay, so that is what we currently have. I'm going. Oh. Come back. Yeah. So, okay, we are here in the app. We know where the source code is. So, and later on, we want to deploy the app to the Kubernetes cluster. So that is what we're going to do now. Right now, we're going to instantiate a cluster because that takes time. And for that, I go to here, create a new resource. So I have a lot of tabs usually because I open it all with a new tab, and yeah, don't be confused, hopefully. So we go to create a new cluster. Containers, BM. So here, what I said with, and that's what now happens when we're going to create. We have a cluster, yeah, here with 2 CPUs, yeah, with one one worker node. Yes, it seems so. It's one worker node, and I call it here just to know it's my Node-RED free cluster here. So okay, so and yeah, no cost for me, and I cannot choose just I say I cannot choose the region, so the region will be selected for me, yeah, but that's no problem. So I can connect to that. So let us create it. Now it takes time. It starts with the creation, yeah. So now we're going back to our app. So now we have the Cloudant database. The Cloudant database is instantiated. So let us open up that Cloudant database here. That's the Cloudant database. You're sure you will see currently here some yeah, really information how to access that. But after the live stream, I will delete everything, yeah, so that it's not really, yeah, a deal at the moment. Yeah, so for me, as long as you do not access it during the live stream. So, but that's, you can see there's now we have a Cloudant database service, but in that service we have currently no Cloudant database instance. Okay. Let us reflect this here. So we have a Node-RED app, and this Node-RED app has an association, yeah, to let's here say that's that's better. So we can say here, that's nicer to say that here we have the Cloudant Service. At the moment we have not a database here. That's good. It's not a database. And we can say here, yeah, we can directly from here, we can access, here we know where these services. Okay. Yeah, and the app knows, yeah, where does the code come from. Yeah, so we know that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, later we will have a lot of more different dependencies. What I don't want to try in, because to draw in is that yeah, we have all this region stuff, and that I do not reflect that. Yeah, so and that is what it means, and where I need to add here, that is Simplified overview. Okay. Yeah, a simplified overview, so later on we cannot draw everything in that. Yeah. Okay. Let us take a look. What's there? What is about the nodes? We can see, oh, the node currently is not running. I will take the time to draw ahead some dependencies so that you know the understanding of that. So what we will have, so we have right now here the Node-RED app. Let me make a little bit crater here. So maybe I will write a blog post and I will also put that diagram in so that you can see that later. So we have the Cloudant service, and then what we are going to do now, we are saying here, so that's our Kubernetes cluster. So the Kubernetes cluster here. So we have that Kubernetes cluster at the moment, and that Kubernetes cluster, yeah, has one later on. That's our worker node. Yeah, what we also need, because that application later on will run as a container. So what we need a container registry later on. So we have that's inside that. Okay. Yeah, we need a container registry namespace. So what we are going to create, so that means here, that's also in IBM Cloud. That's not so nice. Container registry. Here's a container registry. Yeah, so can see it later. And the container registry in IBM Cloud contains a namespace. Okay. So also let me verify. Do I write it? So namespace. I guess here. So namespace. So a little bit smaller. Then I must doing here. Yeah. Let's see. So and with a lot big again. So as you can see, this is the Kubernetes. That's the container registry. Okay. So container registry, we come. So let's create a container registry. The container registry is already there. Sorry. So let's create a namespace inside a container registry. So I will also take the same location, and here's the namespace, and the namespace I create here for that region. It's called Node-RED T Süd. So always again, yeah, for the already seen, yeah, repeating, this is unique, yeah, to the region in Dallas. Yeah, so IBM Cloud unique. So that means choose your name wisely, so that it reflects your needs. And yeah, when you use it here, nobody has taken at the moment. That works for me. So okay, we have now also in place here the container registry. So this is what we need. So what happens later on, the Node-RED app has also an make this even more bigger. You see, oh, it's getting complex and complex. Yeah, But at least, as you see, it's getting complex, but everything is done for you automatically. But yeah, when you know about what is behind, that's good to know. Yeah, that is a good starting point, even if you are a beginner. Yeah, you can start with that. It's already there, and you can dig into that. Yeah. So here we have the Kubernetes Cluster, we have the Cloudant Service, we have the container registry, and what makes life for us easy, yeah, is that we have here. I'll try to. Yeah. We will create a continuous delivery service. So that is what's there. Continuous delivery. A little bit smaller. So this will be created. This will be created when we start with when we are going to create now a deployment. Okay. So I guess now it's time to do that. We're going to create that. And what I also want to show you here, I want to show you in a resource list what we already have created. Here, that's useful to see. That's Node. So Node, we have created a Node-RED cluster, the container registry namespace. Yeah, and the app. So a little bit plus, so that you really can see it. Yeah. So cluster, not red registry, and the app. So that's already here. Now we're going to create a little bit smaller again. Now we create a continuous delivery. What we are going to do with the creation of the continuous delivery, it does for us all that work with testing and verify and creating the instance, getting the GitHub project, building everything for us. Yeah, I manage it. Yeah. So that is what is all related really for the doing professional work as a developer. Yeah. So that you do not forget. Yeah, or it helps you to establish good behavior, I would say. Yeah. So let me go in here, and I will go to create, and you can see here there are different flavors, and just repeat what's there. That the code engine, I already created a video and live streams about the code engine, also to instantiate the Node-RED starter here. The difference here is that scales to 0. That's serverless. Yeah, it does not run continuously. It only runs when you use it. And there's a free tier, but not for continuously. The difference here, when we're going to use the Kubernetes service, it runs for 30 days. Yeah, even if you do not use it, it runs for 30 days. Then everything will be deleted. Yeah, by IBM. That's true. It's not intended to be for productive. Yeah, for productive users. Just keep in mind, remind to that. And yeah, so that is there. And then we have a Red Hat, so that's oversized for us at the moment because we don't want to pay for OpenShift cluster. And here there is the easy usage with Cloud Foundry, but we have directly to pay in the moment for that when we're going to instantiate. That is the reason why these are the two options where we are not charged. Here we are not charged at the beginning, so we have to take care about that. How is our usage? And here here we can smoothly go from the non-productive into the productive usage. Yeah, so and here is really what we are going to here with the free cluster. That's for non-productive usage. Okay, so what we are going to create now, we're going to create now here a key. Because when we do all that automation and stuff, so when now these continuous delivery will all create all that stuff for us. So the automation needs a key, yeah, to access all this information. So, and for that we create a key. So let us create a new key. I say here that's a node, and we will save that key in key protect. So there is a service called key protect where you can store up to 20 keys for your API. Not for only for API, where you can protect save your keys. Here's a protect key score, fulfills different regulations and so on. And yeah, that's cool to use. So as I said, 20 keys you can use. So I will use that here. My secret name, that's I call it here. Secret name is the key. So I can later on use it when I use it once again here in that area, in that region, and key. So hopefully that's now we will see if this key really is available, if our cluster is available in Dallas. So I do not. Let us maybe take a look into the region, because that's related here to the region Dallas. Yeah, okay. Let us see. So we will create that key. Is there something? The container registry and the cluster is already here. Yeah, okay, cool. So we have it here. Everything is now in the same. Yeah. Deployment type, it uses Helm. Yeah. That's out of the box done for us. Yeah. That means if the cluster, is the cluster already available? Yeah. I'm going back. It's finalizing the worker nodes. It's not too far away to be ready. So we will not. I don't want to start it. I really want to start when the cluster is really healthy. Yeah. So and then I really want to start with the deployment. So that's the cluster. Yeah. So let us go to the diagram. Yeah, we have this continuous delivery, and what we also created here, there was not created. So I already have that service instantiated. It was called, or is still called, key protect. So we have here the key protect, and here do we have something called key? Is there a key? Oh, that's nice. Here we have our key. Yeah, that's our IBM Cloud API key. Yeah, API key. So okay, that's related now. When we go to that, that's not directly to that tool. To that we need later on we will have a toolchain, and then it's from inside. So that's the reason why I don't want to try it, because now to draw it, or I just draw it here like that. Then we will here have a toolchain. And inside that means at least that service allows us to create a toolchain, to instantiate a toolchain, and these toolchain knows now here where that key is. Okay. So, and for sure the Node-RED app will know where the toolchain is. So, and that service, it's not inside. It helps. is it related now? Is it inside or as an instance inside that service or association? Yeah, I like to try it. It's simplified. Remember it. Where is it? Where's our simplified? Ah, yeah. So I enlarge it a bit, and here the text also enlarge it. Yeah, getting bigger and bigger. So simplified overview. A little bit smaller. Make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. That says what we have. Yeah. So. Okay. Make it readable again. Okay. So. Okay, where we are. The resource list, container, service details, cluster, normal. So here we can see that's our cluster. We can now take a look at worker nodes. Yeah, that's the worker node. Yeah, the IP address. That will be relevant later for the worker node, and we will see these later. So, and then. Yeah, now we can press the button. I would say here we as you can see here, the cluster is here in Frankfurt. Yeah, that was created here in Frankfurt for us. And now I go here and say create. Create, I mean, you can see here that will be the toolchain, and here I'll say create. So still don't want, yeah, okay. So oh, my coffee, it's getting cold. Yeah. Okay, done. It's going to create now this continuous delivery. So now we can see here in the new service, not node, certificate manager, you get T-Protect, and in a few moments we're going to, here's the continuous delivery service, you see. Okay, continuous delivery service is here, and then we're going to have here the, make it bigger. Now here we have the toolchain. That's the toolchain, and from here we can directly access what we're going to instantiate here. Oh, where is it? Those details. That was the Cloudant instance. That was our the app, and I minimize it so then I can see it. So that is what was created. Yeah, the toolchain. So we're going now to open up the toolchain. Now we see inside the toolchain so what I promised, there will be the source code. What is important now to know that I forgot that we now use inside the toolchain with delivery pipelines. Yeah. We will use also Tecton, and there's DevOps inside. So when we are going to create now we're going to be more in depth with all that stuff here. So here, So the toolchain. The toolchain has that toolchain, or let me say it's more like, yeah, inside the toolchain we create, how was it called, two delivery pipelines, but I want only to focus on one delivery pipeline which is relevant. That's continuous integration developer pipeline. That's not development, delivery pipeline, sorry. So let's do this. There's a delivery pipeline, yeah. So the toolchain knows or created 3 new GitLab repositories inside IBM Cloud. So that means we have here IBM Cloud. What's there? Yeah, up. So it takes a bit for me. So GitLab, and inside GitLab we have now 3 projects, yeah, and we will inspect what are the projects' names, yeah. So and the last one. But that's relevant now for us. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, go back here. First, let us take a look at this source code. Yeah. Not configuration. I don't want to do that. Sorry, I would just click on that. I don't want to click it. So here. So now it opens up the toolchain, not the toolchain, the GitLab inside IBM Cloud. So the what was pushed there, and that that's the name here. That's the Tecton catalog, and that's important to know. Now we are going also to use Tecton. So that is what's there, and that is, let us here. So we have one card here. That's a Tecton catalog. So we can see here the Tecton catalog. So that means we have a delivery pipeline, yeah, and to that delivery pipeline, yeah, we have associated later on here also Tecton worker node. So because Tecton runs on a worker node, Kubernetes worker node. So I don't want to talk. Yeah, you see it's getting more and more and more complex. So that is here. So that's the Tecton catalog. So in the Tecton catalog, that's a cool thing. What we can see here, we can choose different functionalities from that catalog, yeah, which is provided. And the next is here. What is that? Let's hear the app toolchain. So that's the the application. Yeah, so that's our application. So we're going here to have that. That is the GitHub. I call it clone here. Clone for the app. Yeah. No. Let us reduce the size. Okay. Okay, so, and the last one, go here. That's the pipeline itself. Yeah, use this. You have seen the Helm. Yeah, so that uses the Helm charts, and you can take a look here how that works. Yeah, so that we have the toolchain pipeline. Okay, that's a toolchain pipeline. Yeah, okay. Toolchain pipeline. Reduce a little bit of size. Okay. So, okay. So that means our developer pipeline has, and the worker node is not inside the toolchain. So that's also not inside. That means that worker node, yeah, for sure is outside. I do not know why I created that. So yeah, the toolchain knows where the key is. Okay. Then we have here the worker node. We access with the pipeline. Okay. And when we go here, we could say, yeah, in quota, the app, you know, that's from the app. This was cloned from here. Yeah. So, okay. Worker node, delivery pipeline, and our delivery pipeline for sure knows all of these GitLab projects. So I just say here, that's from here so to here. And what was relevant here for us, or what was relevant really, is like that's the important one. Yeah, so I make it, that's the style, that's our Node-RED. So what is all really related to the Node-RED? So I will say here, later on I will say what our Node-RED instance later uses. So that is our, that's the app, and the instance we will have later on. Okay, good. Move forward. Yeah, with all that stuff here, our continuous delivery pipeline is in progress. We go to take a look at the pipeline. Oh, it's already done here. Yeah, it takes a little bit time with all this drawing. So now it's given. Here is the definition of the tecton stuff. Yeah, and here what I said with the managed IBM managed workers in IBM Cloud. So that's not also the worker node uses not the worker node we have. Yeah, that's important to know. We have triggers, so that means when we create changes in our GitHub GitLab repository, yeah, we can yeah, this is done. It will be triggered here, so that that process will, and now we can take a look at the run. Yeah, and that's the pipeline run. And it contains all the professional steps. Yeah. So where does it get now? That's the source code. Yeah, to extract what we had here. It clones that project. Then and that is interesting to see here when we go here with catalog. There was something in the catalog. You can see here in the catalog. In the catalog, you can see what does this mean. Publish record information. Yeah, so that means that's related to DevOps Insight. And when we go to the toolchain, so I can open up the toolchain again in a new browser tab. So I do not now draw these anymore in the in the diagram here, because it's then it gets really too overloaded. Here we can also get some insights about our project at the moment. So about the quality dashboard, for example, that is also what is currently seen for our application. It was tested. That's related to the Node-RED app from the branch, risk analysis, and so on. Let me see here. There's one evaluated risk. There's no policy evaluated at the moment. But yeah, you can take a look here what you can all configure. That's at the moment not in my scope, and it really takes too long. So yeah. So with that, yeah. We're still on our way. Yeah, let me see an update. And now our application is available. Yeah, it was longer available, I would say. So when I now open up that URL, and that URL, I want to show you what that means. Now we have on that worker node. Yeah. Now we have really running here and pod. That's the pod. With the Node-RED application here. Now here we have the application. That's the app. That's Node-RED. A Node-RED container. Okay. So can say here, running here, and the knows, it knows where does the container come from. Now we can really say here that's the container image. Yeah, that's the container image. Container image, a little bit bigger. So that's the container image. So let me, yeah, that's the container image. Now here is our Node-RED container. Yeah, the container. It shows when it restarts the container image. Yeah, loads the container image, and now it gets relevant that when we do create some flows and so on. Now we the Cloudant Service gets relevant because the flows and so on will be stored here. And how to access it from the outside means now we need a browser. So let's see here. If somebody now, if we would invoke it here, yeah, Ah, that's cool. We can directly use that for that example here. Now we can really use, and that's the node port, and that's the node address. Or is it right? Say it right? No, just to verify it here. Or is it the cluster IP? So we're going to our cluster. Where is our cluster? Kubernetes clusters. Version nodes. That's here. Verified. Node red. 100. Is it right? Yeah. That's the public IP address. You can see that's the public IP address. So let us see. Just put it here again. Oop. Exactly, that's the IP address. So that means here we just use to access the node port here, the worker node and the node port, and then with that, yeah, we can access here our application. So that's already done for us. So that's cool. Yeah. So that means with the node port and all that and all the rest, yeah, we can directly access that's the public IP address we can use here. For details, please take a look inside the all these different technologies. You see, yeah, I provide a lot of information about a lot of dependencies, how all these stuff works. At least we have this application running, but that all happens behind the curtain, and it does it, and it will be created for us. Yeah. So and you can see how that works. Yeah. And it provides it in a professional way. Yeah, we can use for free, and for you, yeah, as a beginner, yeah, because you got all that information. Yeah, maybe makes you brain overflow. Yeah, I understand because that's really a lot what we have done here, and yeah, with that, that's already here. So we have this cluster, yeah, and now we're going to create where is that's the Node-RED instance, yeah, is running. So let us create now here or configure the Node-RED. I call it the username Thomas. I create a password, good password, and so I say finish. And then I have it running. Here, okay, it's not secure, but at the moment, as I said, it's not for productive usage. You can use it, try it out. It runs for you. Yeah, it's I really it's really a lot. It's already done for you. So for 30 days you can use it. Yeah, and with that in mind, so we need to go here. Here we have that, and that is running at the moment. So the last, what I want to do now is that we have so we did all that pipeline stuff, the toolchain. Yeah, I want to close that. That's also done. That's done. The cluster is done. Getting started from the app. Once again, so the single point of entry here. As I said, let me open up now the the Cloudant database. So, and now I launch the database, and then we can see what a cool thing is. What a really cool thing is that now we have this database here, and that is what you can maybe later for the configuration, if the 30 days are over and you still want to use it for non-productive use, for educational and so on, maybe you can instantiate once again on free Kubernetes cluster, and you can try to connect your flows, or maybe you load your flows inside this database so that your work is not gone. Yeah. So, and what I also want to show you, when you go now open the flow here, it was Thomas with my password. Yeah, you have it running and you can use it. And the new red, I like that with the new introduction. Yeah, everything is shown here. What is everything done? Yeah, how to do that? Yeah, cool. Yeah, and that's for free. And here's the database. I just want to finish what I did here. Now that's not a container image here. Now we have the Node-RED database. Node-RED. That's a Node-RED database. So yeah, now that's the Node-RED database. And here we save our data. Okay. So, and now I'll let it be a little bit smaller. A short recap. Oh yeah, it's a little bit small. Yeah. Let me create. Just copy, duplicate it. So that is. I call it easier. Rename. Yeah, and I will also delete all what is not directly at the moment for the running application. Yeah, not needed. Yeah, so we can delete that. Just for the instance, everything what was before was really building the application, continuously building the application. Now what I'm showing now, that is really what is related to run the application. Yeah, so yeah. So then we can, here we can make it a little bit smaller. That's from outside. Put it here. Okay, so. Oh, it took much longer than I thought. That was the project where the code came from. Yeah. And now we make it bigger. So the application is running on Kubernetes using a Cloudant service, Cloudant database, a container inside a container registry, and everything, yeah, what we created is for free. So that means, yeah, that is what you can run it for non-productive usage. Your Node-RED instance. So, and this was a really, really, yeah, long live stream, and I think, but it gave you a lot of insights. Yeah, a lot of insights and dependencies and information, all how that all works, and hopefully it's useful on that second day of Christmas. Yeah, and yeah. You like it to understand, that is what we all created here, used, container registry and so on. And now I would say now it's time for me, also to, yeah, go back to family and celebrate Christmas, and and I will clean up my project here. I would say here, going back with that, now getting big again, yeah. Big again means here. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned a lot of, hopefully. And I really thank you for watching. I like that you provide some feedback, and as you see, if some feedbacks motivates me to create new videos, and maybe you give me some inspiration what I should create. Yeah, if you like it, subscribe and have a nice day. So, and now I will start up once again, for the fade out my music. That TNM drummer. That's I made a little bit music in my free time. I'm a drummer, but I also create electro music, different kind of music on, and you can take a look here. That's only one I created related to developer, and call it developer at work. Yeah, it's a little bit techno. Yeah, enjoy it, and I'd say bye.
Development, test, stage, production, development, test, stage, production.